Good morning, NSLC. This is the Eagle Angle, live from American University. These are your hosts, Liam Dalborn and Santhi Russell.
Hi, I'm Liam Dalborn.
And I'm Santhi Russell, and you're watching the Eagle Angle. Our first story talks about the green roofs on AU's campus and what goes into these unique gardens.
Hi, I'm Miriam, and here we have an interview with Michael Mastroda about the gardens on American University that make it environmentally friendly and beautiful.
So we have about 15 green roofs on campus. We are the first university in the country to be 100% carbon neutral.
Next to this busy street is a ground-level green roof that sits atop a parking garage.
Our gardens provide a lot of different impacts. I think one is from the environmental standpoint is we do a lot to manage stormwater. So when we get a big rain like we had a couple days ago, we try to keep as much of that water here on site as possible. I heard an interesting statistic the other day that the average American only spends 10% of their time out of doors. We were having trouble attracting students. We did a lot of landscape improvements just to make things look better. We did turn our campus into an arboretum and gardens. Our students actually have a term they use for sitting on our quad. They call it quadding.
Along with the students, animals native to the DC area, including bees kept at the Mary Graydon Center, enjoy these gardens as well. After the interview with Mr. Mastroda, now we understand why the AU campus is appealing to students and is good for the environment.
Thanks, Miriam. AU is the first university in the country to be carbon neutral thanks to their green roofs, solar farm partnership with George Washington University, and other forms of environmental sustainability.
There's a new buzz swarming around campus. A new space is available that can hold 60,000 residents. Let's go to Max to take a look.
I'm here outside the Mary Graydon building where the new home for these new residents was put together last May. But oddly enough, it's not for humans. Let's take a look at this beautiful new installment.
It's not humans, it's bees. David Carlini is a biology teacher here at American University who takes care of the bees over the summer.
A third of our food that we eat requires pollination of some sort, and bees play a large part in that. I just find it very relaxing and enjoyable. I like to come home, and one of the first things I do when I come home is look out at my hives.
David explained that the bees have a radius of 2 to 3 miles and that they pollinate all the gardens on campus and even have time to make honey.
Each one of those frames contains between 5 to 7 pounds of honey. So if you've got a full box of 10 frames, you've got about 70 pounds of honey. Bees are kind of like one of my pets, and I just enjoy being able to observe them and take care of them.
With this new beautiful insight on how the bees on American University campus are being treated, we now bring it back to the studio. Back to you, Santhi and Liam.
Thank you, Max, for that interesting insight on the bees on campus. I'm sure there'll be more exciting updates in the future.
For our next story, we'll be taking a look at the complicated history of the African American community in Montgomery County, Maryland. Grace Wolf-Schwager is on the scene with more.
Hi, this is Grace, reporting from the new Plans to Prosper You exhibit in the Katzen Arts Center, which talks about the history of African American communities getting relocated in Montgomery County, Maryland.
This exhibition is telling us a story about our neighborhood.
Within this exhibit, a story is told about a war between communities and developers, where developers wish to build bigger and more high-value properties over African American hubs. This continues to this day. Graveyards that were supposedly moved were paved over instead.
There's a kind of structural racism that still exists that allows this kind of activity to continue.
Despite all that we've discussed, this is a story better told in person. We encourage you to visit the Katzen Arts Center for yourself to learn the breathtaking story of the Montgomery County's African American community.
Thank you, Grace. The Plans to Prosper You exhibit is open at the Katzen Arts Center until August 11th. With free admission, the trip is well worth seeing this piece of history.
Each year, American University hosts the National Student Leadership Conference, where students have the opportunity to explore different career paths. Anna is on campus to give us the scoop on this exciting program.
Thanks, Liam. We're here at American University, attending the National Student Leadership Conference. Since 1989, the NSLC is providing students with enriching experiences and making memories that last a lifetime. Today, we sat down with Program Director Mr. Tim Daly to find out what his NSLC experience was like as both a student and a leader.
This is my third year on staff with the National Student Leadership Conference. It has been a roller coaster. It's always fun. You never know what it's going to throw at you. That's the beautiful thing about this job. You can't beat this experience, the hands-on you get, diving into a field that you think you're passionate about. When I was here at NSLC, I took a sports writing and broadcasting class, and that really kind of threw me forward and made me realize that is something that was possible to do and something I wanted to do. I honestly attribute NSLC a lot to where I ended up now. I think the big thing for me is connecting with people, because you get to connect with thousands of people, millions of people who you don't even know, but all of a sudden you're like a friend in their living room. And here at NSLC, we get to connect with high school students and just get to see them grow. It's incredible to see where someone comes in at the start of 9 days and where they leave at the end of 9 days. And to get to see that process happening day in and day out is something that I wouldn't trade anything for.
Mr. Tim Daly showed us what NSLC is really all about. This is Anna for Eagle Angle, flying it back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Anna. We will NSLC you later. I'm Liam Dahlborn.
And I'm Santhi Russell.
Thank you for watching the Eagle Angle.
Caw-caw!
The Eagle Angle, let's go flying!
The Eagle